إيجابية إن شاء الله.
Good afternoon. You're watching the English newscast on Future Television. I'm Lina Tamim, and these are today's top stories. Hezbollah's high-profile member Samir Muntad is killed in an Israeli airstrike in Damascus. Israel welcomes Muntad's death, but stops short of confirming responsibility for the strike that killed him. And passengers are being questioned over a suspected bomb found on the Air France plane, which made an emergency landing in Kenya. Hezbollah says one of its high-profile members, Samir Muntad, has been killed in an Israeli airstrike in Damascus. Israel welcomed his death, but stopped short of confirming responsibility for the strike that killed him. Hezbollah said Muntad was martyred in an Israeli raid on the residential district of Jaramana in the Syrian capital, but gave no details. Israel released Muntad a truce in 2008 as part of a prisoner swap with Iranian-backed Hezbollah, and he is since believed to have joined the group, which has sent hundreds of its members to fight alongside forces loyal to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. On his release, Muntad was welcomed as a hero in Beirut. Hezbollah's official media said he will be buried on Monday in a Shiite cemetery in its main stronghold of Dahye in the southern suburbs of Beirut. The Baalbek-Homs International Highway in Riyadh, East Lebanon, was blocked intermittently by relatives and supporters of former MP Hassan Yaoub in a bid to maintain pressure on judicial authorities to release the Bekaa Valley lawmaker. Around midday, a group of protesters shut down the Baalbek-Hermel Highway. The protesters have maintained the on-again, off-again road closure practice since Yaoub's arrest on Thursday over his alleged role in last week's kidnapping of Hannibal Gaddafi, the son of deposed Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Yaoub's brother Ali has accused 4 unnamed Arab countries of applying pressure on Lebanon to keep the ex-MP in jail. Yaoub was arrested shortly after being summoned for questioning by the Internal Security Forces Information Branch. Turkey says it will withdraw more troops from northern Iraq and acknowledged there has been a miscommunication with the Iraqi government over the issue. The Turkish Foreign Ministry announced that the government, in recognition of the Iraqi concerns and in accordance with the requirements of the fight against ISIS, is continuing to move military forces from Nineveh province. The move follows an appeal from U.S. President Barack Obama, who called Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on Friday and urged him to take additional steps to de-escalate tensions with Iraq. 6 passengers are being questioned over a suspected bomb found on an Air France plane that forced a jet flying to Paris from Mauritius to make an emergency landing in Kenya. Officials say a passenger noticed something in a lavatory during the flight that looked like a stopwatch mounted on a box. The passenger reported the device to the cabin crew, who informed the pilots, leading to an emergency landing at the airport in the Kenyan city of Mombasa. 4 people have been pulled out of the debris and 22 remain missing after a landslide hit an industrial park, destroying 22 buildings in Shenzhen City in South China. 3 of the 4 people saved suffered minor injuries, while the other was not hurt, according to officials. Miss Spain Mireia La Laguna Roy was crowned winner of Miss World 2015 at the Beauty Crown Grand Theater in Sanya, China. The winner was announced to a television audience of around 1 billion people. Miss Lebanon Valérie Abouchaira was among the top 5 finalists of this year. And coming up next, the founder of the Agenda Beirut is part of our Positive Majority series. Stay with us. Over to you, Yumna.
Thank you, Linda. We're continuing our Positive Majority today, founded by Mr. Tony Abu Ghazali. We're talking about the Agenda Beirut, which is a non-formal education group that offers a set of short programs under the umbrella of arts, media, lifestyle, luxury, and society. It is a unique chance where experts in a specific field share their insight with attendees of various backgrounds, allowing them to learn more about a topic they are passionate about and offering them a chance to network. The Agenda Beirut just celebrated its second anniversary on the 12th of November, and we are welcoming its founder, Mr. Tony Abu Ghazali. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on 2 years.
Yeah.
So what was the biggest achievement so far?
Biggest achievement? Let me just talk about the event itself. The event of the second year anniversary, what made me happy about it, it's actually that the students of the events planning course, they organized it. So this was something that made me happy to be able to engage them and help them learn in practice. Actually,
was it a nice event? I didn't get to go. I wasn't here, but I can't believe I missed it.
It was flawless. It was really good.
So they did a good job.
Yeah.
Just so our viewers know, our viewers who are not aware exactly what the Agenda Beirut entails, I want to know a little bit about your path. Let's tell them a bit about that. You were in college at the time, and you thought Lebanon lacked specific courses that had to deal with specific topics like fashion or design. So how is the Agenda Beirut completing what you do learn in university?
Okay. First of all, I majored in logistics, and I found myself that I am not happy where I am. The career that I chose, the major that I chose, I didn't like it. So I had to travel abroad to Paris, and I did a certificate in luxury management, which was quite interesting, and I loved the way the teacher was a manager in the luxury industry, and the students came from all over from different countries. And then I came back to Lebanon. I was recruited by a big luxury house, and then I did my master's in media studies.
Okay.
I got asked too many times, where did you do this certificate? Where did you travel and do the certificate? And this question kept on being repeated, that it created a small, like
you felt that there was a need to create this in Lebanon.
Exactly.
And you thought you did it. Okay.
Yes.
Here's an important question that we get. I just want to mention that I myself attended an amazing course taught by Asma Andraus, which was about media relations as well as PR politics. And I got to see firsthand, it was a 4-hour course, I got to see firsthand how it works. Do you ever get trouble with the credibility? Because we do get a certificate at the end of the 4-hour, 8-hour course. But what about credibility? What do you think makes the Agenda Beirut credible?
The choice of the experts, actually. Okay. It's something that I work very hard on. I picked the expert in a very meticulous way. And
who did you pick? Who have you picked so far? Tell us about the biggest ones.
Mrs. Maggie Farah.
Right.
She gave a radio and TV media training. Mrs. Paula Yaoubian, she gave a public speaking seminar, which was impeccable. Different collaborations, sometimes for TV presenting, we had Hilda Khalife. I don't want to forget anyone, but basically also CEOs, managers, people who actually don't teach, and that's why I get them to teach. Because what you could get in university are all the theories. What the agenda wants to do is help students learn the practical side. So this is why I offer a list of courses that comes out every month and a half. We're going to talk a bit about them, but what I want to say is that the students are either pre-college youth, which means their parents basically register them in a course, and then they would get to see if they like this major, yes or no. Should I choose it as my career? So we are serving them for orientation. Second, we have university students, either in their BA or master's degree, because we are helping them find trainings and actually find jobs. We've helped many students find jobs recently. And then we have the corporate, any independent professional, and anyone who wants to develop a passion.
You said you wanted to talk about the courses that you give. Tell me a little bit about the courses per month. There are how many courses per month?
Basically around 12.
12 courses a month.
Yeah, and sometimes there are pop-up collaborations every now and then.
All right.
So they can...
How do you pick the courses? So just so our viewers know, there are courses that have to do with design, as well as media, as well as, I know a very popular one was how to make your own makeup.
As simple as that.
As simple as that, right.
Because women they needed a practical way to just make themselves look good. They don't need to go to a makeup artist every day. They just love the course. So basically, if I want to talk, there's a segment of courses that's before noon, which is basically for women or people who have time, they don't have jobs. So we have parental coaching courses, we have interior decoration, self-makeup, etiquette, social etiquette, business etiquette. You have all the things that you would just need to just
things that you need for yourself, things that you need for improvement.
Very personal.
Also things that just help you be more aware, I guess.
Sure, the parental coaching class was a boom because it just helped all the parents share their problems that they're having with their children.
You know, this has been working for 2 years, and you've been able to sustain yourself for 2 years, and I think that's the amazing thing about it. Do you feel like eventually you would like to expand? That you know, non-university courses that you can take like this can become a big thing in Beirut and maybe, you know, somewhere else in the region?
What I'm very happy to be, what's making me very happy is I have students from Egypt and from Saudi Arabia, from Kuwait, from Syria. They fly and stay the whole month in Beirut to take the course. So
they can get a certificate?
Yeah, of course.
That's
I have a student currently staying in Lebanon for a month to take a course. Therefore, yes, we are thinking of expanding. Sometimes we go for a week and we come. So the Agenda Beirut goes to Qatar. The Agenda Beirut goes to Egypt, which is our next destination.
What has been the feedback abroad compared to here?
Perfect, because they love Beirut and they love us. And
so you would, when you go to Egypt, for example, do you take specific experts from Beirut on a specific topic?
That's what I'll always be doing. I don't want to go to Egypt and get the expert. No, I want the Beirut expertise to go and give.
So you're exporting the Lebanese expert, basically. Exporting the expert, as they say. All right.
So, and then the big stop, which is like the whole academy opening up somewhere else, it's in Dubai. Hopefully in 2016.
All right.
The
so
Agenda Dubai.
Which would be huge, right? But that would be, so would that be Emiratis for the Emirati people, or you would also make sure that Lebanese
I'm going to have to get some Emiratis, but I'm going to be working very hard on just having the experts from Beirut go back and forth and give a quick seminars.
You know, this is part of our positive majority because a lot of people in Lebanon, especially after this very difficult year that we've had here politically and socially and culturally in a lot of ways, feel very pessimistic about the future. But then there are people such as yourself that are thriving no matter what. And what is your message for those people who feel like we want to leave, this is not a good place to be, and you see that you are making it here?
It's a small message that I would like to send out to the entrepreneurs or to any guy or any person who wants to leave. I disagree. You can find, and if you work smart enough to find a right need, you can develop your own business without actually having millions to invest with. And if you have a good idea, if you're a hard worker, and I always say that, a smart worker, you can get somewhere. So I don't like blaming the country, and actually just analyze the country and do something that would help it. And therefore you would find yourself in a perfect place.
Right. So no matter what, find the opportunities. I like the fact that you said smart working as opposed to hard working, which a lot of people I've heard say is better also. You need to work smart. What do our viewers need to log on to see what the next courses are at the Agenda Beirut?
So we have to go to theagendabeirut.com. It's a website, and all the social media and Instagram, The Agenda Beirut. We currently are on a short break due to the holiday season. After January, we have a new schedule of courses that's fully loaded with all types of events planning, social media, photography, design.
So great stuff coming up for the new year.
Yes, it's on the website.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
That was the founder of the Agenda Beirut, Mr. Tony Aboughazali, telling us about the exciting courses that are to take next year, so make sure you check it out. Back to you, Linda.
Thank you, Yumna. This marks the end of our bulletin for today. Now for a reminder of our headlines. Hezbollah's high-profile member Samir Quntar is killed in an Israeli airstrike in Syria's Damascus. Israel welcomes Quntar's death but stops short of confirming responsibility for the strike that killed him. And passengers are being questioned over a suspected bomb found on an Air France plane which made an emergency landing in Kenya. Those are your top stories for this Sunday. Thank you all for watching us today.
أجواء إيجابية إن شاء الله.